Good morning. Yes, I had to rent a vest and bow tie for a wedding. That's done and over with. We got one of my technicians married off, and they're on their honeymoon. So guess what I'm going to do today? Now, I mean, I've got to do all my other normal stuff that, as owner, I don't get to work as a tech very much because of all the other junk that has to be done. Pay this person, call this number, yada yada, help fill in. I'm the fill-in, basically. We're looking at, I don't know, sales have been really weird lately. Like, I don't know, 22 has been just a weird sales year completely. I mean, had a couple of months where it's like, all right, and then the rest of them have been just, I mean, they have fallen flat on their face, just not good. So, I don't know. I don't know what to do with that. We're doing more advertisements than we've ever done. I've got both of my salesmen. I don't know. We're going to have to figure something out, though. So, the shop, man, this economy, as far as I can tell, the economy has to deal with a bunch of this. That, you know, people are worried, people are scared, they don't know what to do. What's it going to do? So they're, you know, you're not wanting to put more money into a loan or, you know, buy something different. But on the flip side, people still wreck cars and have to replace them, and people still turn 16 and have to get new vehicles. So, you know, I don't know. We're changing up the market on what we sell, the price range right now, going back to my old ways of when I originally started, the cheaper stuff. There's downfalls to that too, just because they're older and more likely to be in an area of life that they're going to break, machines break. So sometimes you got to deal with the customer like, hey, I mean, we checked it out, we drove it, it's been great for us. That's why we push the warranties. You know, we want those warranties. But anyway, give you a little look into what a single day, the day after Father's Day of 22 looks like at the shop. First things first, we're at Sam's Club. It's hot. I don't know if you've looked at the weather, if you're not from Alabama, if you don't live anywhere near here, but this week's in the hundreds, real temperature, not, feels like not. And if you've never been in the South to know what the humidity is like on top of that, oh my gracious. Anyway, I've been out to Reno, I've been in 100 degrees out there, I've been in, you know, in North Dakota and 90 degrees, and everybody there thought they were dying. And I thought it was great. So nothing like 104 in the South. It's something else. But this shop has never been air conditioned, so I've got to go get waters and Gatorades. I've added a bunch of fans. I'm adding more fans as we can afford it in the future. We're going to air condition the place is my plan. So anyway, let's dive into what a day of running a shop looks like. Y'all come join. What are we doing now? We've got fans after fans after fans put up. I'm putting up one more fan. And then it's time to start working on the Mustang that, I don't know if I told you about the break-ins. But I will tell you about the break-ins. So that will be something I'll tell you about here in just a minute when I show you what I'm doing on the Mustang. Going on a test drive in a customer truck, see if any lights come back on. This guy's got stickers, Trump pants, not made in China. He's got all kind of stuff in here. Anyway, no rear view mirror. I mean, this is great. It's great. Let me look behind me, make sure I ain't gonna hit something. That blue Mustang, I don't even know. I've been so busy. We had a wedding this weekend. We've had all kind of stuff. So anyway, I didn't know if I even told you guys about all of our break-ins. I mean, I have, but not like in depth, right? So, we've had multiple, I know I hadn't changed the sign out on the building, but I did add this cool little sign here because everybody walks in our bays. Office, go that way. Everybody still walks in the bays, no matter if I got the sign or not. It's great. We had one break into the shop, and it was during a storm. So I do not know if my alarm system got knocked out, if I didn't set the alarm. I don't know what happened. Somebody broke in during a storm and the alarms did not go off. So they've been set ever since. But that night, Unfortunately, they were not. And that person got a good bit of money and tools, and I've replaced all those tools for my techs. I really didn't think it was enough to file on insurance. It probably was, but I don't know. I didn't want to claim on there already. All right. Fast forward a couple of weeks. Go to crank one of the trucks that we had taken on trade that was up at the shop for just some work, and cranked it, and it's loud. And I looked at my salesman, Micah, and I said, "We didn't take it on trade like that, did we?" He said, "No." So I looked under, and we had been hit on 10 different vehicles worth of catalytic converters. So that's fun. That's about, well, anyway. Then the Mustang. That's a couple nights later. We've got the police involved. They pretty well know who did it. We know who did it. I just can't prove it just yet to get them arrested 100%. So we're waiting on that. But comes back and hits that Mustang. Dude. Wheels, tires, radio. Tears up the interior. Call the customer. Hey, you know, your car's been hit. She comes up here and has a fit. Just a fit, straight up. Like, that. Anyway, I mean, I didn't ask for them to come and break into your car. So, legally, I can tell her to file it on her insurance. You know, it's out of our control. Do I want to do that? No. So I say, I'll just fix it. My deductible's $1,000. Your deductible's $1,000. Let's get this fixed. And I think I can fix it for less than $1,000. She's still throwing a fit. You gonna fix it for less than $1,000? I just put wheels and tires on it. I was like, lady, I've got hookups. It's okay. I got connections. That's kind of the point of being in retail, is I've got wholesale options. So anyway, I get the wheels, and I got wheels and tires. Now, granted, they were used, but so were hers. So she wants the exact same size tires put on this thing. Great. Okay. Radio's gone. Well, I put her a nicer radio than they had in there. I could put her one that's got a backup camera. We run a backup camera. Well, the interior, she's like, "There's no way you can fix that interior." I said, "You let me work my magic. Fix the interior." So anyway, I ended up losing a little bit on that one beyond the $1,000 deductible. Here's the problem with break-ins or things that happen to customer vehicles. It's $1,000 per unit, not per incident. So all 10 of those would have been $1,000 deductible each. None of them cost $1,000 to fix each, so that means it has to come out of my pocket. So they were, $700 and $800 a piece. One of them was $1,000, but why file a $1,000 claim when that's the deductible? So I've got 10 or 12 vehicles to fix, at that several $100s a piece, and then her vehicle was well over $1,000 to fix. Another guy's radio it's just been an absolute fiasco. So anyway, I've been getting hammered lately on the money side of things. So I'm hoping that we're plateauing on the losses here and coming back to a good spot. Or maybe plateauing on the valley, however you want to call that. But anyway, so yeah, interesting enough. So next step for the day, I'm headed to get lunch for the guys, and I got to run to the old Harbor Freight and get a new hose. One of our air hoses blew. It was an old one. And the repair kit's not holding, so I'm just going to get a new one. And anyway, so that's the next step, Harbor Freight and lunch. And then we're going to get catering going on some stuff outside. I've got her coming to do some things to help make the appeal of the outside of the building look a little bit better. So anyway, that's the next step, and then I'll fill you in on what else we got going. All right, let's grab some lunch for these boys. Done at Harbor Freight. You can look at the sun for just a second. My bad. Gotta get some keys out. Just one of the other weird things that happens, like I have told my bank to raise the limit on my debit cards, and supposedly it was. So we had to pay for an engine. We sell a lot of engines. That sounded horrible. Old boy's thinking need a starter. Anyway, so far the test drive has been fine other than that. But the motor, the engine was like $4,300. And so I am using my debit card to pay for it because the banks are closed today. It's Juneteenth, or at least the celebration of it. So the banks are closed, so I couldn't get a certified check. Stupid credit card or debit card has a limit put on it. So I ended up putting that motor on my credit card and quickly just paying down the balance via my bank account. So heck, I mean, whatever, I'll just get more rewards for it. So it doesn't hurt anything, but it's like, man, just the frustrations of, hey, I've asked for this several times and we think we got it fixed, just to find out when you need it that it's not fixed. It's just part of life, I guess. Where's my calisters around here? Ooh, I gotta make a Yui. I can't do that. Anyway, all right, we'll grab some lunch and then we'll see what else we can get into today. Freaking hot. It is freaking hot. Anyway, polish these stupid wheels, getting this thing out of here. I'm gonna pull something else out. Getting toward the end of the day. Bonus if you can guess what kind of truck that was working on the AC. That is a weird one. The compressor will come on with the self-test, but from the button on the inside you can't make it come on. So relay's good, everything else is good. We'd already put a new ECU in that truck. I don't know, it's aggravating. Anyway, gotta go on another test drive. We just swapped an engine and an Xterra, so putting a test run on it. As long as everything's good for 10-12 miles, and we'll call the customer and say, come get your stuff and get us paid. Anyway, and then I think I'm going to pull a charger in. We've already swapped a, good gracious, that wheel polish just absolutely makes you nasty. But pull in a charger that's running a little hot and the coolant reservoir is empty. See what we can figure out there. So, been really close to being done for the day, and then you've had a day at Crutchfield Auto with it. Dodge Charger. Complaint is temp going up and down. Coolant was a little bit low. Let's drive it. See what we can find. Considering it's 93 outside, and really it's a little hotter than that. 210's not abnormal. 208, we're coming down. Let me find some stop and go traffic, see if that helps. You don't know. I topped it off with water, but it wasn't really that low, and not even a half gallon, maybe. Probably quarter gallon, really. And it was at the bottom of the reservoir, but not empty. And even in stop and go, I can't get it to go below or go above 219. All normal range. So we're gonna park it and see if what the customer tells us, if there's anything else they can give us a lead on how they got it to overheat, because I can't get it to. So anyway, call the customer, might pull the codes. I think the check engine light was on prior to us ever getting it, but anyway, see what the codes tell us. Then heck, it's getting close to closing time. I gotta run to the car lot and change a few things out there. So anyway, that's been a day of it at Crutchfield Auto in the shop. We had one engine we snatched one out and fixing to stab the new engine in it. Done some AC work on a Ford. AC work on an Xterra. That was after the engine swap on it. So it's good to go. And got a few things knocked out. And so either way, so that's what we do. And you got a lead for me on any Lexus, the GX470s. I'm not finding any good ones, but I do need some to build. So I'm looking, but so that's what we got going on today. But no GXs at the moment. I'm selling down on my inventory right now, like my regular inventory, just because I don't know what this market's going to do. So I don't want to be caught with my pants down, as they would say. So I'm going to sell down, get down to the bare minimum, see what everything does with this recession looming, and we'll go from there. Anyway, we'll catch you guys on the next one.